Hey everybody, today we're going to tell you about an important fundraising event that's coming up. It's called Guiding Paws, supporting Guiding Eyes for the Blind. We are very happy to have three guests here with us today. Seated next to me is a man I'm sure many of you recognize, Wichita Mayor Carl Brewer.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Andrew Crane.
Well, he's another VIP we have here with us today, Andrew Crane, who is an ambassador of Guiding Eyes for the Blind. And then down at the end is another familiar face, Councilmember James Clendenin. Thank you all for being here.
Thanks.
Thank you for inviting us.
Well, Andrew, since you're the organizer, why don't you tell us a little bit about this event you have coming up?
Well, this event is called Guiding Paws, supporting Guiding Eyes for the Blind. Is happening January 4th, Sunday, from 7:30 until 10:30. I will have bands there. A famous jazz artist from New York City, and accompany with him is the Friends University Jazz Band, along with Tom Page Trio, and the Haymakers and the Talbot Brothers. They are another good band that is going to be doing us singing and that. And I'm also having a demo, Dialogue in the Dark. It's kind of a experience what it's like to be blind, and that is going to be $5 at the door. You'll get a ticket. You guys can still come into the event for free, and make your donation to supporting Guiding Eyes for the Blind in Yorktown Heights, New York.
And tell me, what do these donations benefit? Where does the money go?
It goes to help a blind individual get a guide dog. And also it helps out Guiding Eyes for the Blind with all of the vet stuff, training. It costs about $45,000 to breed, raise, and train a guide dog. And that money is going to be used for multiple things. So.
And I understand that this is the third year for the event?
Yes.
And Mayor and Councilmember, I know that you both have attended the event previously. Will you tell us a little bit about what it was like?
Well, do you want to, or do you want me to?
I think we both can. I think
Okay.
I think from the look on your face, you were a little amazed at everything that was going on. The event was really a great event. You know, the first year that Andrew did the event, he raised $1,000, and then I met him, and he said, "Hey James, I've got this very big goal." He said, "I want to raise $10,000," and I thought, "You want to do what?" And but if anybody knows Andrew, when he puts his mind to something, there's not any stopping him. And we did what we could to support him. A group of us, individuals that know him, along with Mead's Corner, and he raised over $10,000, blew us all away. And so his goal this year is $25,000. I think he'll hit that, just because he said he's going to do it. But the event was great. Exciting live bands, people able to talk. It was a little cramped, so he's moved it to a bigger venue this year, adding some food into the mix and that sort of thing. And it's a pretty exciting time. Mm-hmm. Pretty exciting time.
Yeah, we were had a really good time. He was there. I was amazed at the talent of the artists that he actually had last time. I mean, they were really good. In fact, that was the first time I've had an opportunity to see Andrew rock. I guess that's the only way you can phrase it. I thought, oh yeah, okay. But it was really exciting. You know, certainly my wife and I, we attended and had a wonderful time. They had a lot of door prizes, a lot of people there, and a lot of good entertainment. And so I'm really curious to find out. Okay, so Andrew, what's the name of the jazz band you're going to have there?
Friends, the Frank Senior jazz vocalist is going to be accompanied by the Friends University Jazz Band.
Okay.
And the jazz band I have listened to, they are fabulous. It is the actually jazz director over there at Friends University.
Oh, okay.
And she is very, very talented. Saxophone, drummer, and piano player over there, and amazing people. And they are gonna rock the house, and that. And I am hoping to see the whole town of Wichita, because I want to hit my goal, $25,000. And I am very, very serious. I want to hit $25,000. And
It's a man on a mission.
yes.
Maybe you could tell us a little bit more about the Dialogue in the Dark. That sounds pretty neat.
The Dialogue in the Dark is a national organization that does different demos throughout the states, throughout the country, and they it's kind of what it's like to be blind. There's different scenarios that they can go through. The first one that is going to be is an office setting. They have to, feel where the chair's at, where their computer is, where everything's on their desk. And then the second one is actually a, touch, feel. What is it? And that, what are you smelling? And that, and then the third one is going to be feel. And that, is it rough? Is it smooth? And then the last one is a coffee tasting. And they'll actually get to taste Mead's Corner coffee, PT's coffee, which is amazing. I love their coffee. So that's why I chose the best, and it is homegrown in Kansas here.
And I'm sure the mayor will be looking forward to doing the coffee party. He's got some right now.
So it is very cool, and the venue is at Abode Venue, and it is very, very, very cool.
Tell us a little bit about, how important it is to have this guiding dog and how it impacts your life.
Orzo has really impacted my life to get me around Wichita. He shows me every down curve, every up curve, every doorway, and he, basically is my my friend that gets me around, and if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I would be. I wouldn't be here talking to the mayor, and I wouldn't be here talking to James. I am blind, and that only have one eye, but my other eye is poor vision, and Orso really helps me. If it wasn't for Guiding Eyes for the Blind, they are a great organization. They really stepped up and helped me out, and I know that they're going to step up and help another blind individual just like me.
Yeah.
And that is my sole mission, is to help a blind individual get a guide dog, because it has changed my life.
Let me tell you what's amazing about Andrew, and I'm going to step in here because what I've seen happen with Andrew and see how self-sufficient he's been able to be, and that is his whole goal. in life. He wants to have a job, he wants to be self-sufficient, he wants to get around, he wants to be able to interact with everybody just like everybody else, and he can do that. I mean, visually impaired people, blind people every day deal with that in our city, and he's really helped bring an awareness to the city council about some of the things that he's had to deal with. And he tells an amazing story about how orzo saved his life the first day he had orzo. And so when you think about those sorts of things and experiencing dialogue in the dark and understanding how important guide dogs are to blind individuals, it really will, I think, drive home to individuals. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun thing to do, but it will also give a very good sense of what blind individuals have to go through on a day-to-day basis.
But you're right. You know, one thing I'll say about Andrew, you say, a comment was made about that, what he could do, and by doing him do that. But let me tell you, this guy, there is no place in town that you don't see Andrew. You don't see Andrew and his dog, and I mean, and they're like all over the city, and you see him and you're like, wow, well, who put this on? Oh, Andrew Orzo did all of this. It's always Andrew and Orzo, but they put on some fabulous things. But the other portion is educating individuals, those of us that can see. We don't really appreciate, we really truly appreciate what we actually have, and how much simpler it makes life, and so we've been, just thanks to Andrew himself, Andrew has really done some things, pressured the council to ride transit, really pressured the council, and so we rode transit, and we met with individuals that were that decided they were going to ride with us, and they were seeing impaired. And so just to even start it off, individuals that had a cane said, well, here, Mayor, I'm there at transit, and they're saying, here, just take my cane and, close your eyes and just kind of walk. And I tell you, it was a confusing mess, for somebody that we don't appreciate. I mean, these guys have some serious skills, and I'm on the bus. And they showed me how to get on the bus, and then I was amazed that they knew exactly how long it was going to take to get from one location to one stop to the next stop, and how everything actually functioned. And these are the things that aren't working correctly. And so we had an opportunity to see from a totally different perspective as to what's going on and what's happening for those that are seeing impaired, those that are hearing impaired. And so for this entire community, it was a half-a-day experience that he gave us a wealth of knowledge that, by the way, we need to start looking at some things and putting some things in place to address, because there's another community that's out there inside this community that we're always focusing on the things that we can see, but we need to start focusing on things that other individuals in our communities cannot see, and how do we make it easier for them. So with that being said, certainly, the guiding paws and Izzo, certainly we want every person, that's seeing impaired to be able to have a companion like Andrew has, that they can go throughout this entire town, because if they didn't have them, and some of them do not have them, they're very, very limited. If someone isn't assisting them or guiding them, then they're at home, and they're not being full potential, and you'd be amazed that some of these guys have some really brilliant minds, and if you engage them and get them to be part of the community, like Andrew, and it's just amazing the things that they can do, the ideas and recommendations that they can be a part of this entire community and help us to grow. So I'm amazed, and I'm certainly, we're fortunate. I know you could even go as far as to say that we're blessed to be able to have someone like Andrew.
I think that's the proper term.
Yeah, to just put it out there for us and say, okay, you don't want to learn, I'm going to force you to learn. and it's almost like your parents teaching you, forcing you to learn, but by the time you learn, you're like, wow, I didn't know this. And you're just amazed at what goes on. But the dogs, when they train these dogs, I mean, they're like a person, another part of them that's with them. But all these individuals that are staying at home, that are seeing impaired, they can't get out and do the things that we want to do, or go to the park, or go to a coffee shop. You know, I'm surprised they haven't named that coffee shop after Andrew. As much time as he's been in there, because you walk in there and everybody know Andrew. But the thing is that if they don't have someone like Izzo, a dog that can actually work with them, then chances of them getting out and getting an opportunity to experience that and improving their quality of life and just improving them personally as individuals is not going to be there. And I think that, you know, we want every single person to be like Andrew. You know, the guy has a kind heart, and certainly he has a passion. As you can see, you know, he has a passion here, and he has a lot of determination. He was determined the council was going to learn. I think this guy, every single council meeting, and he said on the front row, "You're not going to ignore me." So I'm right here.
Until we
exactly.
rode. That's right.
So anytime an issue came up, then Andrew was there at the council meeting. He's given us input, and he's given us the opinion for those that are seeing impaired, and how certain things and decisions that we make as policymakers are going to affect those individuals or individuals that are in that community. So we're grateful to have somebody like Andrew, and certainly I'm with Andrew. I encourage everyone to go to this concert, and the only way you can describe it is hey, it's a party. That's your only way. And I don't know if he checks these guys out before to see who has the best music or whatever it is, but the ones that I've been to, it's good entertainment, good clean entertainment, and one of the good things about it is for families.
Yeah.
And families, I see individuals bringing their children, and even the children enjoy the music. So I encourage you to do this, but not to mention the fact, for the most part, it's a lot of fun, but the contribution that you're making to be able to do that will help other individuals to be able to get seeing eye dog, just like Andrew, and they can just go all over this community and be involved and engaged in a lot of different things. So I appreciate everything Andrew's doing, but I certainly encourage the citizen, hey, come and join us as we go to have the jazz concert, and certainly try out the different coffees, and then get an opportunity to try to experience what we have had a chance to experience, and that's being able to find out what it's like to be seeing impaired and trying to maneuver around the city or doing any of those types of things. And once you gain a new respect once you find out what these guys are going through.
It's hard to top that. That was very well said. Is there anything
Yes.
else you guys would like people to know about this event?
I would I would like to see the whole town of Wichita there. Also, KFDI is going to be promoting it. Carol Hughes and the afternoon guy is going to be there emceeing it. And Carol has been there last year. She was a great MC. And Mead's Corner is going to be there. So yeah.
I'm excited about the food. Everybody knows I'm kind of a food guy, and I'm excited about the food.
I think we're both food guys.
Yeah, okay.
So
You
we're
are.
trying to take all the credit now.
I wanted to take all the credit. He's going to have amazing vendors there, well-known, everybody, restaurants that know, providing hors d'oeuvres and food for the event, and everybody's going to go and come and leave happy. So.
Yeah.
Andrew, thank you so much for all you're doing for our community and for being such a wonderful ambassador.
Not a problem. I'm happy to do it.
Mayor,
Thank you.
Councilmember, thank you both for being here.
Thanks, Lorgo.
And we will leave you with all the information for the Guiding Paw, supporting Guiding Eyes for the Blind event that's coming up in January. We hope to see you there.